Hello, hello, my autoimmune warriors. I hope everyone is thriving. Happy Tuesday. Um, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, let me say thank you and welcome. I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I also encourage you to give the videos a thumbs up so that way when the content goes out, more individuals are notified about the channel and the information that I bring. I try to be motivating, uplifting with a little bit of educating along the way. I try to share different stories, research, and look up different things with respect to autoimmune illness. Sometimes we may veer off a little bit and talk about other subjects. But anyway, um, also make sure to leave comments in the comment section because you never know who you may help on this journey. So we're all in this community together. Um, take it from me. I know the journey can be tough, but we're all in this together. And I am just here to try and offer some help and some support. Let's see. So, in this video, I want to talk to you and read to you about something I called the island of isolation. And so, what that meant, or what it meant for me, is when I was first diagnosed with NMOSD back in February of 2016, it seemed like I found myself isolated, um, kind of alone, even though I had, somewhat of a support system, but you still kind of feel isolated. And so I call that island of isolation. And with that, um, let me just read what I have. So sometimes in life we find ourselves on what I like to call the island of isolation. So it's a place of solitude where we feel separated from the busyness of the world. At first, being alone can feel uncomfortable, maybe even unsettling for most. But what I have to tell you, oh no, but what if I told you that Isolation Island is not a place of punishment, but a place of transformation? And that exactly is what it was for me because I changed my whole routine around. My daily routine used to consist of waking up, turning on Fox 11 News, for those of you who remember. If you still watch the news, I don't know, but Jillian and I forget the other names, Steve, I believe. Well, I used to watch them every morning, so you get all the news of all of the hurricanes, floods, shootings, robberies, car accidents, fatalities, stabbings, all the horrific stuff, right? So I would just fill my head up with all of that, go off to work. Well, correction, get the kids up, get them together, drop them off at school, go to work, have a day filled of work, get off work, pick the children up, come home, help with homework, cook dinner, and if it was during football season, I had boys take them to um, Pop Warner football practice, and then come back home. Everybody take a bath, go to bed, and rinse and repeat. So that was my daily routine. After being diagnosed with the autoimmune illness, obviously that changed. This was years later, but it was still even as the kid, even as an adult, that was still the routine. Watch, the news and things of that nature. After being diagnosed with the autoimmune illness, I then had kind of had no choice. Well, we always have a choice, but um, for me, I felt for me to get healthier, I had to change what I was taking in internally through my eyes, my ears, and also what I let come out of my mouth. So during that isolation time, I switched up. That's really how I became familiar with YouTube anyway. I started watching a couple of different pastors, motivational speakers, and just things, how to get healthy. And just, I watched a lot of, I just started watching a lot of positive things. So, anyway, there's an incredible power in being alone. When we remove ourselves from the noise and the expectations of others, we create space to listen to our own inner voices, our own thoughts, and our own feelings. In isolation, we come face to face with who we truly are. This is where the growth begins. In solitude, we're given a chance to reflect on our lives without distraction. We begin to see the patterns in our thoughts, the reasons behind our actions and habits we may need to change. It's a time to rediscover our dreams and passions, the parts of us that might have been silenced or ignored. On Isolation Island, we're able to ask ourselves, who am I and what do I truly want? And answer with honesty, free from outside influence. But let me be clear, Isolation Island isn't about running away from the world. It's simply about going within to better to understand ourselves so that we can re enter the world with more clarity, purpose, and strength. Sometimes we need to be alone to heal, to find peace, and also to gain insight that only silence can provide. And yes, it can be challenging. It requires us to confront parts of ourselves that we may have been avoiding. But through this process, we emerge stronger, more self aware, and more grounded. When we're alone, we learn that we are enough. We find that we have everything within us to face life's challenges. So, if you find yourself on Isolation Island, don't rush to escape. Embrace the solitude and see it as a gift of time for growth and reflection. Use this time to connect with your inner self, to find your own truth, and to realign with your purpose. Because often it's in these quiet moments that we uncover our greatest strengths and unlock the path to our true potential. Wow. So that is my talk on being on Isolation Island. So when you have an illness or quote unquote a disease that other people don't understand and they're not taking the time to understand it, that's why channels like this and Facebook groups that we have are important. I do understand that. So, for some of you that are in Facebook groups, and I understand it can become overwhelming sometimes, especially if a lot of what we're reading is heartache and pain. But people are there to get answers. We suffer with pain. We have questions. We like answers, and so the support group is there. But I understand sometimes you can't be on those pages consistently. Sometimes we have to mix it up. So I go in and out. I go check in sometimes, and I read um, in the Facebook groups, and then sometimes I have to take a step back, unplug, recharge. That's why I set up this channel to come over here so I can motivate, inspire, and just provide a little bit of education and a different type of support. So that's why it's important for me, for you. Make sure you hit get a video thumbs up. Make sure you also hit the notification bell so that way When I do put new videos out, you get notified. And again, it really helps if you leave comments in the comment section because you just never know who you may be helping. Um, it's a journey. Mhm. And it can be tough. I know. I've been in it since 2016. This is a different type of journey. Some of us are better off than others with this thing, but nevertheless, we're all here together. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the talk. I'll see you guys in the next video. In the meantime, um, I'll say a prayer for everybody. See you in the next video. Bye.